We were horrified hearing the news, and I think an important thing that everybody has to keep in mind is that this did not happen in a vacuum. And this is the same age-old anti-Semitism that we've been fighting and our people have been living with since our people were born as a people. This is anti-Semitism is the oldest form of hate that still exists till the present day. And like I said, this does not happen in a vacuum. All of the protests happening around the world, and in Canada in particular, people screaming things like "from the river to the sea" or "globalize the Intifada," this is the result of it. This is a direct result of people chanting these things and so many others standing idly by in silence, allowing such protests and such hate rallies to go on.
Obviously, look, it's a tragedy that happens. Obviously, no matter when it happens, it's tragic. But now, what makes it more challenging now that it happens on a joyous holiday like Hanukkah?
Of course, the terrorists chose to do this on Hanukkah, and they chose to do this at a public menorah lighting. To me, it seems clear that their intention was to instill fear amongst Jewish people around the world and to try to send us a message that we should not be celebrating Hanukkah. And of course, our most natural response is that this year's Hanukkah celebrations are not only going to continue, but we are going to increase and do everything in a greater measure. And I want to take a moment to reach out to the non-Jewish community, the broader community of Canadians, and especially here in Innisfil, that for the most part are upstanding, law-abiding, good people. And I've been getting calls and messages since early this morning of friends and neighbors reaching out that their hearts are in Australia, and we care and we feel with the Jewish community. And I want to point out that the way to show that support would be to show up to a menorah lighting. If you're living in a place nearby where there's going to be a public menorah lighting, please show up and show your support in person. Of course, we are adding added security measures are going to be at these events, of course, but our message to the terrorists has to be that we are not going to be defeated, and we are going to be victorious, and the forces of good are going to overpower the forces of darkness. And if last year we only had 200 people at a menorah lighting in Innisfil, I would hope to see our broader, our neighbors, the broader non-Jewish community of Innisfil come join us. Let's see if we can have 1,000 people join us. And if everyone can show their support for the Jewish community by actually showing up, it would be all that more meaningful.